kids. Good afternoon to one and all. I hope everyone are been safe in your home and everybody have been watching the videos. These are most important videos so that but we are not going to repeat this lesson only for a revision purpose. We are repeating for a quick revision there. So please give importance and attend the classes. Okay. So yesterday's class we have learnt about what is the definition of federalism and how the federalism it will work if they have adopted any kind of federalism what we will tell if they are following any kind of federal system. Okay, the difference between unitary government as well as the federal government. Unitary government means only one level of government will be there. If they are having any state government or a local government means they are called being as a subordinators, and they will be under the control of central government only. Okay, they are not independent, they are dependent. So whatever rules and regulations are being made in the central government, they have to implement and they have to follow. But in the federal form of government, we will not see such kind of dependency. All three levels are, as well as whatever levels are being for the administration, according to that one, all are independent with each other. Okay, all are free. Freely they can exercise their power to give a efficient administration for the successful of democracy. Okay, so and coming together federation and holding together federation, we have learned a lot of things yesterday, and which countries they are following coming together, and which countries they are following the what we will tell holding together federation. Yesterday we have came to know. Okay, so in today's class, we are going to learn by taking a case study how our country is following the federal form of government. Even in our country also we will see the federalism, but it is we call in the form of holding together federation because some of the powers will be under the control of central, and they have to follow the rules and regulations according to that one, which will be there in the certain whatever states are there in our country. Okay, so what makes India as a federal country? So, on what procedure? Okay, if you apply the features of federalism, two tier of the government, jurisdictions are being separate for each level. Okay, as well as the financial autonomy. Autonomy means nothing but it is a independent. Okay, central they will have their one budget, and in state level they will have one budget. Okay, financial autonomy is there. Okay, you can implement the condition. Okay, whatever characteristics are there, whatever features are there, federalism, you can just apply those key points to the situation which is going in our country. So same thing we will see the two tier, and one more tier was been added after the several years, that is the local self government, where the panchayat and the municipalities they are having some what we will tell, they are having some powers for the administration at the local level only. They will do and they will improvise their area. So in this way, the third tier was also being included. So in our country, we are following the three tiers of the government. One is central government, one is state government, and third one is the local self government. Okay, so that we call it as a three tier of government. In some other countries, we will see only two tier. One will be the central government, and second one will be the state government. But by seeing our country diversity and the large population, so the constitution makers they have adopted one more tier of the government. So at that level only, at the local level only, each and every development will be take place, and so that all the facilities will be given by the representatives. Those are there in the municipalities and the panchayat. Okay, in this way we are following the three tiers of the government. So what make India as a federal country? Okay, on what basis we call our country as a federal country? So you have already learned the case study of Belgium and the Sri Lanka, how they tackled their situation, and Belgium, whatever problems they were facing by adopting the regional, sorry, the third tier of the government, it became a federal form of country. So and they are managing, and they are facing whatever problems are being there, it has been solved in the Belgium as well as in the Sri Lanka. But what a country like India, if by seeing the geographical area, by the seeing the population and the vast country, so how the administration will take place in such countries then? Okay, so answer is federal form of government. Okay, let us begin with the constitution. India has emerged as an independent nation after the painful and bloody partition between India and the Pakistan. Okay, this was one of the bad incident which took place in our country. The country was being partitioned into two parts. One is Pakistan and one is Afghanistan. After such a painful, and a lot of people were being died during this partition there. So soon after independence, several princely states, small states were being there. You already know about that one. How the princely state were being emerged there with the help of Sardar Vallabhai Patel, who is called as the Iron Man of India. He took the initiative step to make our country under one unification there, as well as one administration. So several princely state become a part of our country because of the effort of Sardar Vallabhai Patel, and the constitution declared India as a union of states. Okay, union of states means different kinds of states are been there, and we have a unified it. Okay, it is an unified. So the constitution originally provided the two tier of the government. One is central government and second one is the state government. The central government is also known as a union government. Later on, after some several years, the constitution makers as well as the person who are running the government, they came to know the importance of third tier of the government, that is municipalities and the panchayat. At the local level only we can do the certain development programs. Okay, instead of a state or a central taking that power, means in local level only we can do, and we can improvise it, and it will be helpful for the contribution for the national development also very quickly. So as a result, later on, the third tier of the government was been added in our constitution. So the third tier of federalism was added in the form of panchayat and in the form of municipalities. Okay, so constitution originally all enjoy separate jurisdiction. Each level of the government, they are having the certain courts there. At the central level, the Supreme Court for the entire country. Supreme Court is the chief court, and in the state level, High Court is the chief court, and in district level, district courts are been there. So in the each level of the government, we will see the separate jurisdictions are been there, so that they can enjoy, and whatever justice should be given to the people, social justice, either any kind of making laws to maintaining the laws in the three levels of this jurisdiction, we can successfully check out the law and order in a state level as well as in the district level as well as in the national level there. So constitution clearly provided a threefold of distribution of legislative powers. Okay, so what kind of legislative power means, I have shown in the form of flowchart there, you can go through it. Okay, so this is the legislative power which has been divided into three parts. Okay, uh, this is the legislative powers. So it has been divided into three tiers as well as three form. One is the union list. Second one is the I will show in the form of this one. This is the union list, state list, and concurrent list. So in the three categories, the legislative powers are being divided. Okay. Okay, in the three forms we have come to know, one is legislative, one is executive, sorry, One is union list, state list, and the concurrent list. Okay, what is the union list then? Union list is nothing but some subjects are being included in the union list. So it includes the subject of national importance, such as defense of the country, foreign affairs, banking system, communication, as well as the currency system. So these all subjects will be discussed at the national level to maintain peace and prosperity in the entire country. So defense will be in the hands of central government only, under the in the hands of home minister, as well as separate defense minister will be there, who is handling the military matters, as well as if you want to purchase any kind of weapons for a maintain for protection for our country, means he can buy it, okay, by certain budget. Foreign affairs, foreign minister will be there to maintain peace and prosperity in the between the nations, and that foreign minister will enhance the foreign relationship, as well as uh, attracting the foreign invaders as well as foreign investors for our country's development. Banking system, okay, this banking system will be under the control of RBI, and the RBI will be the under the control of you all know, central government only. Communication, so whatever internet you are using, whatever mobile phones you are using, so this kind of communication, TV, television, whatever you can take for the communication, each and everything will be under the control of central government, as well as the currency system. Okay, if this kind of category, this kind of subjects are been included in the union list, and this union list, the union government, that is the central government alone, can make a law relating to this subject mentioned in this subject. Okay, only the central government is having the authority to make the law uh, relating to this subject, and it will be implemented for the entire country. So the next list is the state list. Okay, this is the state list. You can see here, this is the state list. So it contains the subject of state and the local importance, such as police, trade, commerce, education, and irrigation facility. So the state government can make the law relating to the subject mentioned in the state list. Okay, whatever subject I have told to people, these all will be under the control of state government, and they will enhance the agriculture system, irrigation, commerce, trade, police, okay, as well as the health facilities will be under the control of state government, as well as the central government. Both they can take the decision according to that one, but these subjects only the state is having the power to make a law for a particular state there. So one more list is there called concurrent list. So concurrent list include the common interest of the both union government as well as the state government. Both type of government, they can take the decision by using this kind of a concurrent list. So in the concurrent list, what are the subjects will come means, one is education. You can see the two levels of educations are been there. One is state syllabus, second one is the central syllabus. So according to that one, the central government as the state government, they can take the any kind of steps as well as they can make any kind of rules and regulation. Both here in the concurrent list, both the union government and the state government will have the power to take the any kind of decision in their own level of the government. Okay, so first one is the education, next one is the forest, trade union, marriage system, adoption, succession process. Succession means after your death, who will be your um, owner of your properties and everything else. For that, we call it as a succession. So who will be there? What are the process of succession? So each and everything, both the union government and the state government, they can make the law. So both the union as well as the state government can make the law on the subject mentioned in this list. So if there is a law conflict with each other, if any kind of differences are been arised by taking the decision in the concurrent list, means the law which is made by the union government will be accepted. Okay. So some subjects are been there which is not included in your concurrent list also, as well as in your state list also, as state list also, as well as in your union list also. So what are those subjects then? Okay, those subjects like computer application software, which came after when our constitution was being made. So according to our constitution, union government has the power to legislate on this residuary subject. Okay, so this kind of powers we call it as a residuary, where it will be under the control of union government only automatically. So already you have come to know about holding together federation, and India is not sharing the equal power with the state government. Some powers will be under the control of central government. So in our country, the central government is more powerful. You have already learnt in the last class. Okay, so thus all the states in the India Union do not have any identical powers. Some special more powers are not being given to the all states in our country. So some states are being there which enjoy the special status. Okay, some special positions are being there which has been written in our constitution based on its historical background, and at that time what situation was being there, according to that one they have made this rule. So, for an example, if you take Jammu and Kashmir, before Jammu and Kashmir was having its own constitution. Okay, that provision was being given. Now it has been removed after several years, by seeing the situation, present situation. The localite people only they were suffering very lot. Okay, so the NDA government at present, what the government is there, they took the initiative step. They came to know what are the defects as well as what are the merits for them. Okay, the defects were been more. So as a result, by seeing the all the situation condition at the present situation, now it has been amended, and Jammu and Kashmir at present we are not having any kind of constitution. Before this amendment was being taking place, the Jammu and Kashmir was having its own constitution. So many provisions which were being written in the Indian constitution were not applicable in the Jammu and Kashmir. So uh, if they want to follow these rules and regulation, means they should need a approval in the state assembly, whatever as a government was being there in the Jammu and Kashmir, in the both the levels of the assembly. This provision has to be proved as a majority, then only they were following this procedure. Okay. Jammu and Kashmir has its own constitution. Many provisions of Indian constitution are not applicable to the state. Okay, in this state, many provisions were been not been implemented there. In other state, it was been implemented. So if they want to implement in that statements, they need a approval of state assembly. Whatever present government was been there, their approval is needed more and more. So Indians who are not permanent resident of the state cannot buy the land and house here. Okay. Similar, some special provisions exist for some other state of India as well. So there are some units in our country which enjoy very little power. Okay, and these are the areas which are too small and become an independent state, but it could not merge in present states there. Some states are been there in our country which is not included in the state government. So such kind of government as such kind of area we call it as a union territories. These union territories are being directly controlled by the central government. Okay, for an example, Chandigarh, Lakshadweep, our capital city called Delhi. After some amendments, even Delhi, at present, we will see the chief minister is been there. He is looking after the administration at that local level only. Before it was been not there, it was a union territory. 8 union at present there are 8 union territories are been there. Before it was been 7. So after when Jammu and Kashmir lost its special status in the constitution, so it became the union territory, and directly this kind of territories are being controlled by the central government only. So this so these territories do not have any power of the state. The central government has the special powers to run in these areas. So this sharing of power, which is sharing between the union government and the state government, it is a basic structure which has been given to the given by our constitution makers. But it is not easy to change this arrangement. It is not a very easy task to change this kind of arrangement which has been given our constitution. Okay, first, if you want any kind of changes in the regard of this type of government, what they have been discussed to make our country as a federal country, certain procedure is there. Okay, according to that procedure, they have to pass a law in the both of the parliament houses, in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. This matter should be discussed, and by gaining the two-third majority in the voting, they can do some changes there. And also they have to rectify, they have to identify by the legislature of the at least half of the total state which is there in our country. Half of the state should be agreed to do the changes in the whatever type of government, whatever legislative powers are being divided. So according to that one, if they want to do any kind of changes in their arrangement, so two-third of majority they have to prove in the two parliament houses, and half of the state in our country they have to agree to do the changes. Then only the arrangements whatever done by the constitution makers we can do. Otherwise we are not having any kind of authority to do the changes, that we are a running government, we can do anything else. So this is the difficult task, as well as it is not easy to change this kind of arrangement which has made by our constitution makers. And in the federal form of government, judiciary will play a very important role in the overseeing of implementation of constitutional provisions and the procedure. Okay, so the judiciary here play a very important role to control, as well as they will see whether the law and order are correctly implementing in a different level of a government or not. So uh, in the case of any kind of dispute about the division of power, the High Court and the Supreme Court will make the decision. Okay, whatever provisions are being given in our constitution, if they are having any kind of doubt, as well as if they are having any kind of differences opinion among the people, means the High Court and the Supreme Court, they will handle this kind of situation. So the union and the state government have the power to rise the resources by the levying taxes in order to carry on the government and the responsibilities assigned to each of them. Okay, so the central government and the state government has the separate financial autonomy. According to that one, they can impose the tax on the people, and by using that tax, they can use to raise the different resources, and they can use these resources for the development of a country. So the union government and the state government, they can impose the different taxes in their own jurisdiction, as well as in their own limit. Okay, central level, you came to know about GST. It is a monetization of taxation system which has been implemented at present situation. But in the state level also, some tax will be collected on water, as well as whatever you are purchasing the goods and services. So some tax will be paid, and that tax will be go under the control of state government and the central government, and they can raise the resources, and they can do the administration in a very good way. Okay, so in this way our country will make by this procedure we will come to know that India is a federal country. So how the federalism has been practiced in our country. In the next session, I'm going to discuss about this thing. So there are three methods are been there. By that three methods only, we are following the federal system in our country. Okay, regarding that one, I will discuss in the next session. So that is the last. That is the in one more topic is there called decentralization. How the third tier of the government was being adopted. Okay, that is panchayat and the municipalities. What are the amendments took place? What are the powers are being given? How the powers are being decentralized? So each and everything you are going to learn in this chapter there. So by this content, we come to know that. Our country is a federal country. You can just implement the key features as well as whatever subject I have discussed, that is union list, state list, as well as concurrent list, residuary power. Residuary power is nothing but it is a special powers which we will see in some states, not in all states. In some states which is needed based on its situation condition, some residuary power has been given to those states there. So special powers, it will be under the control of union government only. They will handle the situation if any kind of disputes are being arised. So you came to know about union territories. Union territories are being directly ruled by the central government. There will be no state government in that area. But after some amendments, even Delhi, at present, Delhi is having the state government, but only not all powers are being given. Only some powers are being there in the Delhi also to run us to run administration in a very smoothly in the capital city there. Okay, so in this way there are totally 8 or 9 union territories are been there at present situation. So each and every union government and the state government are having we will see the division of power. So according to that one, each every government in our country, they are following that procedure only. Okay, they will not discuss any kind of dispute in the house of the parliament regarding to the state. Okay, so it is not easy to change this arrangement, you have came to know. So this is all about in this today's session. If you are having any kind of doubt, you can just pin your question in the group so that I will try my level best to answer it. Okay, so signing out, have a great day. Bye everyone, kids.